Settle in as we rewind the week with the latest edition of Monday Backspin from PGA TOUR.com.
Hey everyone, I'm Amanda Balionis, and welcome to the wrap-up of the RBC Canadian Open. All week, players were struggling with some of the toughest rough they've encountered so far this season, so it comes as no shock that Canada's national championship ended in a playoff, the 12th sudden death of the season. It came down to Chris Blanks, who was in the conversation all week, and Sean O'Haire, who kind of came out of nowhere and was especially a surprise considering his 2011 season so far. O'Haire, who has missed 10 of 17 cuts this season, carded a final round 66 to get to 4 under overall, good enough to tie the lead with Blanks. Neither player could put the ball in the fairway on their first playoff hole, and it was a missed putt by Blanks that gave O'Haire his 4th PGA Tour victory of his career. All of Canada was holding its breath well before the playoff, though, because for the first time since 2004, a Canadian put himself in position to possibly win the Cup. 23-year-old Adam Hadwin finished just 2 strokes off the lead at 4 under, which is the best finish in 7 years for a Canadian, and that score also won him low Canadian for the 2nd year in a row at the RBC Canadian Open. However, the streak continues with no Canadian claiming the top spot in over half a century. With this top 5 finish, the Louisville alum has punched his ticket to Greenbrier next week and is using this week as a learning experience.
It's a lot of fun. It's the same thing as an American playing in the U.S. Open. You feel like you're playing for a country, and I certainly feel like that today.
Now, as you continue down the leaderboard, you don't have to go too far before finding a name that's probably going to surprise you. Universal fan favorite John Daly finished tied for 9th at even par, his first top 10 finish in 6 years. So to celebrate this occasion, I went back and we pulled some of his best moments, fashion moments that is, from 2011. Take a look. No matter how John Daly plays, you can always count on the veteran to have a serious following, partially because of his outlandish fashion sense. Sometimes the pants created by Loudmouth are just for sheer fun, while at other times the designs are for charity, like these during the FedEx St. Jude Classic, where children designed the digs. No matter the reason, Daly has always kept things fun, so it's nice to see a breakthrough that is long overdue. For more on what this week's been like in Vancouver, British Columbia, let's throw it out to Bill Rosinski of the PGA Tour Network.
Thanks, Amanda. The thing to me that stands out most about the 2011 RBC Canadian Open was what I might call the passing of the torch in Canadian golf. Mike Weir has been the face of the PGA Tour in Canada for nearly a decade now. Thanks to his 2003 win in the Masters, for a brief period of time that April, hockey was not the national pastime here, it was golf. I remember Mike showing up at a Toronto Maple Leafs hockey game not long after he won the Masters. He got one of the warmest ovations you will ever find in the world of sports. Mike's had some tough times physically lately. He's got some elbow problems. He's 41 years old. I was with him on Friday when he walked over his tee shot on 7 that he put into the right woods, picked up the ball and said, "I just can't do it anymore." But there's a new group of Canadian golfers, young guys, 5 who made the cut this weekend, including Adam Hadwin and Matt McQuillan, who will make a mark on the PGA Tour thanks to the inspiration of Mike Weir. I think the torch has been passed to a new generation of Canadian golfers. Coming up next on the PGA Tour, to the States, West Virginia, and the Greenbrier Classic. PGA Network Tour coverage begins at noon Eastern Time on Thursday.
Thanks, Bill, and I will see you guys on Wednesday for a PGA Tour Today preview as we take a look at the Greenbrier Classic and how Stuart Appleby plans to defend his historic 59.